I began studying the Clairvision School techniques in 2002 when I was living in Singapore. And I was so inspired by a 10-day workshop that I took at the Clairvision School that I got back to Singapore and said, I really want to organize this stuff here. And so I started to build a community of Clairvision students in Singapore. Michelle was one of the first students, and we were in our first meditation group together. So we go back a long way. I don't want to say anything more. I'm going to let you introduce yourself. She's a very dynamic, sharp, super sharp student. And so come on, take the floor. I'll let you introduce yourself and say hello. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. So, I started my spiritual search when I was 10 years old. It was the day that I realized that I and the people around me was going to die someday, and that my time here is finite. And that really hit me hard at 10 years old. It's like, what? And that search eventually led me to Clairvision. So, hi everybody, welcome to Spire. My name is Michelle, and I have been a student in the Clairvision School for the last 9 years. When I started the Clairvision School, I actually didn't know anyone in Singapore yet. I didn't know about Tracy, I didn't know anything. So I went to the website and I ordered the correspondence course known as the knowledge tracks. And I just started working the knowledge track. It's a series of talk, lectures, and practicals that you could do. And almost immediately, like within the first week, I started feeling non-physical vibrations on my third eye. In my daily life, outside of the meditation, I would go outside and go to my friend's shop that had like a picture of a Buddhist monk on the wall. And I would look at that picture and suddenly my third eye started vibrating. And I was like, what's going on here? You know, these techniques are really working, and it's fast within the first week. And I started bringing the work outside. Like I started putting vision, I started tuning into gemstones, tuning into the food that I eat. And things just started working. Like it just started becoming really alive and interesting. So, as I continued doing the work, I realized that what I really liked about school is that's what Karen was mentioning earlier about the language to man consciousness. And what it did for me was that it made intangible inner experiences very tangible by having precise language that I can use to share with other people about what my experiences are. And what Karen was saying earlier is that how this language was formed was through a lot of mapping practices by a group of people that actually has been continuing for the last 25 years of the school. And it's a question and answer inquiry technique where we would record observations, and these observations, when they become reproducible, forms the basis of our models for our experiential model of consciousness. So, I really liked it because there was no sense of like being right or wrong. It was my experience, and in my experience, somehow it's similar to yours and similar with many people, and we all share the same experience. Then we could start building a model around it. So there is this sense of discovery as well. And another thing that I really liked about school was this culture of awakening, and I could ask as many questions as I want. Like our teacher Samuel Sagan, I can ask him like questions, deep questions, or questions about models, or questions about my experience, and it would be not just welcome, but very, very much encouraged. And a lot of learning takes place that way. By asking a question, he can unpack, or he can unveil a whole block of answers that helps me learn and integrate my experiences even more. So these things made me feel that what I've learned in school, what I stayed in school, is different from what